Hi, Grayson.
So, do you know that the girl in yellow who freaked out when she gave you a message earlier?
Barbie, yes.
Yeah. Do you know that she's a local celebrity
Of
here?
course, yeah.
So she told you about herself.
Yeah, I actually was, I got an email last night and said, so we have an actress coming to the fan day tomorrow, and I said, okay. And they sent me a wiki page, and I read it, and I was like, wow, impressive. She's a very sweet girl.
How do you feel that you have local celebrities, people who are big names here in the Philippines, fangirling over you,
What's fangirling?
freaking
Spazzing.
out, spazzing?
It felt really great. It's a privilege and it's an honor to meet her.
Oh, I have a question. People are comparing you with Justin Bieber. How do you feel about that?
I'm not affected by the comparisons at all. They don't faze me. I think people think that they do, but I met Justin a couple times. He's a super, super nice guy. I'm a big fan of his work. Saying that we sing two completely different types of styles of music, so we're doing our own thing.
Yeah. You're pretty famous right now. Do you ever Google yourself on the internet?
Ooh, no, I hate looking at stuff about me. I
So you've
can't.
never Googled yourself?
No.
You don't even read reviews of your albums.
I don't try to. I mean, they come to me every once in a while, or I'll get online and I'll see something, but no, I don't like to.
When you get online and see something, how hard do you have to work to not let it affect you, the way you sing, perform, or write songs?
This much. Reviews don't affect me, and neither do comments. I'm not fazed by it. I've had plenty of bad reviews, and I've had plenty of amazing reviews, but it's not. To me, it's about whether my fans like my record. Now, if I go on Twitter and I see all my fans going, we don't like this, that's when it's going to affect me.
So you don't, when you say you don't really listen to comments, you don't listen to critics, but when your fans are the ones who speak up and say something, that's when,
That's when I listen, yeah.
Grayson, so how do you handle fame? And then how do you also keep yourself grounded? How do you balance it?
It's the way that you take it all in. I have a very great family. I have a very great team around me, who and I just, I'm still a normal kid, just with a lot of alterations and a much different lifestyle. But I just do what I love.
And then I'm sure your friends actually are very familiar how popular you are. So what do they tell you about it?
What do my fans tell me?
No, your friends. I'm sure they're familiar how popular you are.
I think they're very annoyed by it, actually. Whenever I come, they're always like, "Why don't you spend more time at home?" They don't treat me like Grayson. They treat me like Grayson.
If you had a time, do you have any specific places in the Philippines where you'd like to visit?
Well, I was lucky enough, where I'm staying right now is very close to the water, and I really like that a lot. And I just, I never want to do the touristy things in the city. I always kind of want to be like a local, because that's how I think you get the best experience. And so, just eating the local food and going here and
Eating
there.
the local food. What local Filipino...
Oh, I don't know what I've tried, but I've tried good stuff. It's tasted good.
You should ask your handlers to... if they can give you balut. Have you heard of that? Okay.
It's a duck egg.
Every foreign celebrity who comes to the
duck
Philippines,
eggs.
they try. We ask them if they've tried balut.
Oh, me and eggs? I don't know. Duck eggs? I don't know. I like my eggs cooked and scrambled.
Grayson, you have pretty intense fans. What's the wildest thing a fan has ever done to get your attention?
I've had a couple who have thrown things at me, and even last night on stage, sometimes I gotta dodge some things. Last night on stage, a fan threw up a teddy bear, and it was coming fast, and I had to dodge it.
A teddy bear.
Yeah.
Have they thrown anything that's a little, shall we say mature? Older singers, they get underwear thrown at them. Has anything like
I've
that
gotten
ever...
shirts thrown at me. That's about as mature as.
as it gets. I wanted to pick up on what I asked you earlier. You said sometimes co-writers, when they get in a room with you, they look at this little guy and they think, what's he gonna do? In specific instances, with the people you worked with on the album, can you tell us what happened when you when you started a writing session with, say, Lauren Christie or Matt Squire? Could you give specific instances of about what it was like working with them?
Well, every writer that you see on this record, and if you go through and you see every writer, these are the people that I trust on here and the people that I like to work with. There is not one writer on this record that did not respect me and understand me. Lauren Christie, Matt Squire are two of my dearest friends, and I love them to death. And anybody who worked on this record, I've really felt a connection with.
Had you been aware of Lauren's, her musical history before you started working with her?
Very, yes. She's a very well-known writer in LA.
Are we going to see a collaboration with rap artists?
Nice question. I will say this. I love rap music, and I love vintage rap. And that's all I'll say.
When you say vintage rap, how vintage are we talking
Old
about here?
throwback styles, like what Nas used to do, and that like old style, or Salam Remy and not like that type of stuff.
Do you rap also?
Oh no, I don't rap. I have other people that if I wanted them to, they'd rap for me, but I don't rap.
The reason I asked that question earlier is because I'm very interested in the process, the creative process behind your songwriting. How does it start? How does it all start for you?
It's different every time. I can't. And what I was talking about over there is you can't have a technique, because if you have a technique and go, this is how we should write every song, and we should do it like this and this, that's when you get the worst songs. Like you just have to go in there, and whether you have a concept, whether you don't, you just gotta write. You just gotta pour your heart out into the song, and that's what we did with all this.
So you don't like keep a journal of ideas or a tape recorder by your bed or things like that?
I mean, you look on my BlackBerry and I have my voice memos on there, and I try to go through them every week and hear what ideas I like. I mean, I have 3 different ideas a day, and I also have a notebook that I only write titles in there and ideas and concepts, and then I'll look back through them and say, that's cool, send the piano and write a new song. But there's never... Sometimes it works like that. Sometimes I'll go into the studio with no idea what I want to write about, and then no idea what the sound's going to be like, and all of a sudden 3 chords will come to me, and boom, that's how the song starts. It's different every time.
If you hadn't done that cover of Paparazzi, and if Ellen hadn't discovered you and helped catapult you to stardom via her show, how would you have gone about getting a record deal?
I guess I would have done it like every other artist, meet people, perform at cafes, and send in tapes and hope for the best.
You wouldn't have joined a talent competition like, say, American Idol or The Voice or X Factor.
I don't think it was ever my thing. And there was definitely, I could have gone to America's Got Talent or stuff like that, but it was never, I felt like I wanted to do it a more honest way, if that makes sense.
Something that feels more organic.
Exactly.
Then you've also tried acting before. Would you like to venture into that more?
Well, I tried Raising Hope, and I was
I saw that.
and I was a recurring guest star, and I just filmed my last episode with them, and I really like acting a lot, and I think it really fit me for that show, but right now I'm all about music, and I really, that's how I'm going to stay for the next year.
What do you think is a better way for you to express yourself artistically? Writing songs and performing, or acting?
Writing songs and performing.
Why?
I think I'm more of a better musician than I am an actor. And that's what I go back to every day. That's my natural calling.
Hi, Greyson. I just wanted to ask you, how do you see yourself evolving as an artist in the next few years?
I think with the more experience, the better artist you become. With the more songs you write, with the more people you meet, with the more shows you do, with the more interviews I do, I'm just gonna always evolve.
Thank you.
How does it feel like to be somebody that little kids adulate?
It's great, and I wouldn't necessarily call myself a role model. I don't think I'm necessarily a role model. I mean, I know kids look up to me, but I'm gonna try to teach my fans the things that I think are great for them to learn, and try to be a positive message always.
Who are your biggest music influences?
I love Journey, I love Taylor Swift, I love Chris Martin, I love Nas, I love Amy Winehouse. I listen to any music genre and I've listened to it and I've studied it, and I love music. I'm inspired by everything. I'm obsessed with Joni Mitchell right now. I've been listening to Blue like mad on replay right now.
For someone your age, that's impressive.
Oh, the flag. Well, what I did is I designed this jacket, and it was a military-themed jacket. And so what I did is I took a different flag from each country that I'd be in, and I put it on the back. And the reason why I did it is I really wanted to show the country that I was in, that I'm here, and I know that I'm here. And your question?
I know. I was just saying that for a kid, for someone your age, to be listening to something like Blue, it's very impressive.
Oh, thank you.
You have a Facebook account, you have a Twitter, and your YouTube sensation. Are you also a techie? And
How would you describe a techie?
You have a gadget that you use when you go online.
Are you online like 24/7?
Yeah, I'm on Twitter more than I am online. I'm tied to my BlackBerry. I'm always sending emails, always getting emails, always being copied on emails, and so I guess I'm a techie.
How much time do you spend online now that you're busy?
I don't spend a lot of time on the internet. I more spend time on my phone. I'm on my phone 24/7.
How's your relationship with your family? Like, how do they treat you now that you're
They're my
famous?
family. They treat me the same. You know, they've seen me in diapers and
Do they still ask you to do house chores? Or,
what?
Like do
Household
house
chores.
You wouldn't even know that I was well known with my dad. My dad treats me like the same exact kid, and it still makes me go to church every time I'm back home. And I'm the. Your family is always going to treat you the same, no matter who you are or what you are.
You've been around the world quite often. Where would you like to go next in terms of looking for people to collaborate with?
I don't know. I'm one of those people that just lets the wind take me wherever it goes. Right now, like I said, after this promo run in China and Taiwan and Thailand, I'm going home and I'm finishing this record. That's my goal for this summer.
Would you be interested to collaborate with Filipino music artists?
I've already collaborated with Charisse, actually. I did a
I
collaboration.
mean, how about singing in Tagalog? Would you be interested
In our
doing
language.
that? In our language.
I wish I could, but I'm so bad with any other. I would mess up and I couldn't do it. I would try, but I would fail terribly. I wish I could.
So how was the collaboration with Cherise?
It was
You,
great.
you didn't do it together, right?
No. We had to do it separate. I was traveling too much, and so was she, and so we did it separate. But God, she has a voice. She's incredible.
How did you get to connect with Cherise?
You know, I was sitting down with my manager, and we said it would be a great remix, and he did the rest of the work with me, and then we sent the track to her, and we wrote something good too.
Nice.
I think we're good, guys.
Thank
Thank you
you.
guys so much.
Thank you.
Let me